shrinks and withers. Time challenges us, spurs and nags us. Act now. Patchworks of startling consequence ravage the ocean floors, the lush jungles, the forests that breathe green oxygen. How do we account for inaction? How do we rally the disbelievers? Time is everyone's enemy now. It knits away relentlessly like Madame Defarge, our names embroidered into the blanket that can smother us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Susanna. Bonnie, come on up.
I can't negotiate.
It's just great to be back here. I'm so glad Phil encouraged me to. I was getting lazy. But there's nothing like being back here. It's been about 2 years, I think, since I've been here. So my book is coming out very soon. If we can ever get the correct cover on it, to get it right. Anyway, but I do have a poem in here, and you've heard it several times. I included it as an appendix in this. This is a book based on my father's letters from World War II. There were a lot of them, but I happened to write this poem back in 2004. It was the 60th anniversary of D-Day. We had a wonderful celebration right here in TO at the Gardens of the World Park. I didn't know it at the time, but about 2 months afterwards, he passed away. But one of my family members, he was living in Florida, read it to him before he died. I was really grateful for that. It's called D-Day, 60th anniversary, Thousand Oaks, California. For Abraham Martin Clark, 1915 through 2004. T5, Battery A, 581st AAA AW Battalion, 49th AAA Brigade, 1st Army. Over 2,000 miles between us now. I sit in a suburban community park on a green hillside surrounded by gardens, listening to a band play 40s tunes, watching 80-plus-year-olds standing at attention, if they can still stand, when the song of their branch of the service plays. Everyone applauds them, some white boy tears. The music makes me remember you, Dad, jitterbugging with your kid sister Shirley, throwing her over your back, never dropping her, she always trusting you not to. Now at 89, in a nursing home in Florida, unable to stand, let alone walk, sometimes barely remembering Mom's name, hardly able to hear my voice over long distance lines. All you can say when I call is, I can't hear you. When are you coming? Forgetting where I live. Can you get me out of here? On my bureau for the past 20 years has been that 44 furlough shot of you in your Army uniform, smiling confidently, hat cocked to the side, tie knitted smartly under the collar of your khaki shirt, anti-aircraft command patch on your sleeve. Handsome, broad-shouldered, you hold 7-month-old me, wearing a wide-brimmed bonnet and a baby teeth grin in your muscular arms. My 23-year-old dark-haired, brown-eyed mother holds onto your wrist as if she'll never let go. Only a few years ago did you tell me you'd been on the front lines in an anti-aircraft machine gun crew defending the bridge at Remagen, where the US Army first crossed the Rhine. In Germany, you became your unit's translator because the Yiddish you grew up with was close enough to do the job. In the countryside, when you entered homes to search for weapons or enemy soldiers, you said the inhabitants always sputtered, "Mi nichts Nazi." When you saw a copy of Mein Kampf in one house, the residents refused to destroy it until you tore it up. No lover of the military, you joined to fight the Germans who were killing us there, so you wouldn't have to fight them here. When you left Fort Dix after your discharge, you refused to salute the last officer you saw. But today, Dad, it's my turn to salute you.
Okay, Phil, and then we'll have David.
And when you get a chance, when Susan or when Bonnie gets her book, I got to see her read last night at Ventura County Writers Club, and so when she finally gets to have that reading, it's going to be quite wonderful. I was planning to be here. David and I were planning to be here to see Jan, of course, and but we noticed when we were eating tacos at 10 to 6 in downtown Ventura. But fortunately, David brought his Ferrari. It's red, and we just made it. We got here just a couple minutes late, really.
So impressed.
Of course, David probably is going to get there. He got away from the cops. Hopefully, on the way back, they won't be looking for him.
Boy.
This one's called Bees. Listen to Satchmo break mini plastic yellow ducky on wooden post in front of my car. Warm today. Finally on the trail past cell phone antennae attached to metal skeleton tower for power lines. Yellow tape cone protects the bees. Mud, dirt burrowed in the trail. We walk around the enclosure, steeped in mustard over my head. The man asked me why. Local bees live in the dirt. He tells me his story. Waking on a hill, covered by bees. Or was it a dream?
Very happy to have David. Please come on up.
Well, I'm happy to be here in person and see you in person. You look different.
Just the same.
Ron, thank you for that word illustrious, because in truth, I'm only illustrious in front of my own mirror. My new book.
Yay.
This poem is called Natural Order. Wind forces its own sound before the rains come, fierce, manic, and threatening, fighting through leaves and limbs, how once the deafening thunderclap of freight trains passed in front of the house, but seemed to roar through it, as the house little ones cowered against the noise. Ultimately, the roar becomes obsolete, and the clouds blow themselves out with a flush of water. And yet, unexpected sadness remains, with just enough of the first pain that prompted this sadness to remind those who think their hurt can disappear into time. It will not. You already know this from experiences in your own life in which the comings and goings of things prove the nature of the world, where the good never comes as fully as you want, and the bad never goes completely. Thank you.
I believe that closes our evening. So I want to thank everybody, and I just want to let you know, and first of all, I want to apologize. Our last feature reader, I recorded that session, and it's just been a busy month, and I have yet to put it up on the podcast. But I wanted to let everybody know that's online and here how you can get to that. If you wouldn't mind writing it into the chat, just the words "The Thousand Tales Podcast." Tales like, and so if you go on whatever podcast device or platform that you choose to get those things from, and you just type in Thousand Tales Podcast, you'll see a picture of me that has a beard on it, but I no longer have that. Same guy, different face. And this will be up on there, and I promise I'll have it up there in the next few days. And we were so gracious. Thank you for recording the Zoom session. And I'll get that file. As soon as I get that, I can make sure I get it up on there and get it out for all of you to hear. So thank you, Jan. Thank you, everybody. It is so nice to see some friendly faces. I'm surprised at how excited it just makes me feel. So wonderful.
Yeah, I just want to give a plug to the people out there, which was me last time. Come back if you can, because there's nothing like hearing your own voice echoing in a room and feeling the feedback of the people you're speaking to. So yeah, Zoom doesn't quite do it, guys. Come on back if you can.
If you're comfortable to do so, we'd love to have you. But yeah, we're gonna keep on doing it this way, and we will see you if you can make it to Thousand Oaks main branch on the 25th. We'll see you there. Otherwise, just as always.
Who's reading?
Marcy.
Marcy Wingard. Marcy, we announced it earlier. You were flying up the grade in a Ferrari. You know? So have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, and take very good care.
Thank you.